Hello. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Um, okay, so this is the same exact system that I use for everything that I do as well. So you can see this is you right here, and it shows all the pages you visited on my website, when you booked your appointment, and then we can take notes, the appointments that we've had, and then I can set tasks. It shows all of our conversations. I can text, email, all of that stuff.
Okay.
So let me show you how it looks for an actual jujitsu school. I run all my clients through here. A lot of different service-based businesses. People use it for different reasons, but most everybody uses it just for their database and stuff. So this guy, he has all of his leads tagged according to like what class they're in, like if they're a parent or if they're like jujitsu, like right here, he's got 3 to 6 kids Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then he sends people out reminders and things like that to his class. That's what he uses it a lot for, nurturing his lists, but it does a lot of different things. So essentially we have our dashboard, which shows all the opportunities that are in the pipeline, which the pipeline is our sales pipeline. So it's like all the new leads that come in, are they booked up? Are they like wherever they're at in the pipeline stage wise, that's where we're going to move them to. So let me just pull it up here. So like they have all these steps here. New lead, this is where all the new leads come into. If they're contacted, they go here. Class time requested, trial class confirmed, called, no show, in trial, proposal, signed up. So he built this out custom to his needs. And for some reason, I don't know why it's not showing me all of them. All the leads that are in here. Yeah, it's probably a better example if I just show you some of the ads we were running. We're not running ads for this guy right now, simply because we've maxed out his kids programs, and then his adults program is close to capacity as well. And so he wants to get him started up again soon, but he's not running any like right this second. Let me see. But everything's in here as far as like reporting. We can see all the ads, all the contacts, all the marketing, the automations, emails, everything comes into this system. I don't know why. Okay, so we can see some of the results from like last year's stuff. And you can see the leads right here. And then if our clients track their sales through our system, like some people don't use it like to the max capacity of what it could be. But if you indicate through our system that there's sales, it'll even track the ads to the sales, and you can see everything on the back end, like the revenue generated. And so our system can do a lot. Like I said, people use it at different levels based on where they're at. Most businesses don't even have half of the processes that we have here. So they pretty much just use whatever they need most. But we do call reporting, appointment reporting, there's a dial pad. So all your messages that have to do with Co-Warrior Fitness all come into here. Facebook, text, email, everything can come right into here. And then, of course, like I said, we've got the reputation management. So it's like reviews. You can send out review requests, manage your reviews through here. There's invoicing. You can connect with either PayPal or Stripe is what I use. And what it'll allow you to do is send invoices out to prospects if you want to use it for that. I know you've got your own system for that. So it would be worth looking into. This is a kind of a newly launched feature. I've used it myself. It connects right with my Stripe account. So it works really well for me. Social planner, you can post on different like social platforms. We've got a lot that we do through here, and then all of our funnels and everything like this. So, we built him when we were running his ads, we built him this little landing page right here. 2-week free trial of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He recorded a little video at the gym back when he had the puzzle mats. And we put the reviews in, we put the map location. When people book this, they go and they book their time. And then once they book their time, it sends them automatic messages reminding them to come into class. So we've already got all the campaigns for like the emails and the text. These are all our campaigns. And so you can see the last offer that we did is 2 months of classes plus a uniform for a set price. And we would just automatically send people these messages to get them to sign up. And so a lot of the work to follow up, to take a lead into a booked appointment and then actually get them to show up, this process handles a lot of that. And you can see the response rate that we had for the appointment reminder was over 55%. We booked him 111 appointments, and out of those, 55 of them confirmed with the automatic reminder. Through our opt-in campaign, we've got 25%. Our women's class opt-in, we had 40% response rate. So these are all the number of leads that we put through these campaigns. And then the campaigns just look really simple. We send them some emails, some texts, and we can even do.
Hey, this is Jordan with Spearfish Martial Arts. Thanks for booking your first class. We look forward to meeting you.
Ringless voicemails. So that way, like, a lot of the work is done ahead of time. And we've even got him saying here to go fill out the waiver on the website already to speed up the process on arrival. And so this really helps him to automate so much of that work. So he really liked this a lot.
Okay. And where are you guys running these campaigns?
We run them on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll show you what some of the campaigns look like too. And we make custom campaigns for all our clients. So like no two clients have the same campaign essentially. We build it according to like your branding, your goals. So I'll show you. These are all the different industries that I ran ads for with the same system. And now I've narrowed that down to where I'm basically only doing like a few of these, just the ones that I'm a little more passionate about and that work better for me. But in that, we have a lot of our martial arts ones saved here. We've ran, and we've got a lot that aren't even saved too. And we've tried a lot of different things. We usually saw lead costs to be $5 to $15 a lead. Basically what we do is we'd make a proven group of testing, like we would test ads similar to this, either for your kids program, adults, or both. And then we'd start generating you the leads, booking the appointments, and if you guys are happy with the results, that's all that we're after. So we've saved the results and everything like that. He was only spending about $500 a month, and he'd still book 5 to 10 appointments. And that's where I started for martial arts gyms. Now I've done a lot of other gyms as well. We don't have everything loaded into here anymore. I don't have like a presentation for this, as I've just, for the jiu-jitsu gyms, it's more of a I'm just kind of showing what I can do and then seeing if there's any holes that I can plug or if I can add any value.
You guys have as part of your like stats somewhere, how many on average of those book leads actually come in or are converted?
Yeah, so it's hard to track with certain clients like him where he's got his things separate. Some don't watch it as close because they know they're getting good results, so they're more focused on what they do. the best one to see for that is this one right here. So this is actually our kickboxing client that I mentioned to you. We do their Boulder location, and then we have their location that is in we've got 2 locations in a different state in the South. And so I can literally just show you, like, this is every day what's going on in their account. So we're sending them the ad drafts. This is my team, different ads that we're running, tons of different ads for their offer. And then, yeah, he's been keeping really close track. And let me see if I can try to find a message here for you, because he just told me this morning off of I don't know how many booked appointments we had for him in that morning, but they signed up 7 this morning. He just told me from one of their classes. They've got fully booked calendars. So far 3 of the 4 has scheduled. One of them has signed up. The other 2 have rescheduled. So this was a pretty early in the campaign. But yeah, he got booked up. Once it started working, about 3 weeks into the campaign, he got fully booked up. And then we added on his other 2 gyms, and now they're fully booked out. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is just some details about the campaign. He's got a really high book rate right now and a really high show rate. I could dive in. We have 23 appointments in Boulder for the rest of March. It looks like he's not saying exactly how many are signing up. He's been relaying back to me that a lot have. But yeah, most people are getting good enough results where, like, like, we're not in their back end. We know that we're getting them a lot of signups. We know that they're getting a good return. And so we track it down as much as we need to. And then usually our clients, they'll relay back to us as long as they're getting
Okay.
good results there. The way we do it with sending the automatic email reminders and stuff, it gets a lot of people a lot higher of a booking rate than if we just like have a lead and then just send them like one email or one text. So you'll see that they're quite a bit higher. Actually, yeah, I should put together something that kind of breaks down this case study. Gyms are a huge opportunity. So yeah, I don't have anything that shows. I can't get into his account right now. Otherwise, I'd show you how many he's actually booking and then how many are closing. But I know he's super, super happy with the results.
Okay. And I know you mentioned too in the text that you had some other ideas that might work for us. Sorry, I'm just trying to differentiate between what we talked about last time and then maybe what ideas you had now.
For sure. So one thing that we've recently launched in the automotive industry that we're doing that's a little bit more hands-on is we're doing a one-time setup and guaranteeing results, and then having, we generate the leads, we work the leads, book them into the calendar, and then you guys pay us when somebody signs up as a student. That's what we were kind of thinking of potentially doing with jiu-jitsu schools if they had a good enough like sales process, and to be honest with you, we'll end up making more on the back end, but a lot of people don't feel comfortable paying like just like a set retainer per month, even though it's going to end up being less, when we put that performance basis in there. So I'm just like, I'm open to something that works out for you guys. I know like you guys could use our services, it seems like, and I'd love to help fellow jiu-jitsu school. I've known Larry for quite some time, and it'd be sweet to get you guys your kids program going, your adult program, or whatever your goals were, and just start getting more people in there. And jiu-jitsu is one of the fastest growing sports right now. I know the campaigns are going to be successful. We can offer you guys guarantees. So basically it's just setting up a compensation system that works for you guys, but also, of course, my team's got to be compensated. So I'd love to get into if you guys have been able to go over budget or anything there of what you were thinking.
I mean, the options that you've already presented, I mean, they're definitely in budget for us. Like I said, I think it was mostly just trying to figure out which one was gonna maybe like work better for us up front. And yeah, and I mean, if you guys have another option too, I can definitely discuss that with Ben and just kind of see what he thinks. How do you guys normally set that up?
Normally we set it up the way that I presented it to you in the first place, where it's like we have a flat setup and just management to run the ads, generate the leads, and then we generate you as many leads as you want to, with a guaranteed base amount, and then you just cover the ad spend.
Okay.
And it works really well like that, especially when there's the trust. And like I said, it's probably the best option for you. Some people, they're just like, what if we could pay you per result? And lately, I used to say no. And lately, I've just been like, actually, yeah, because I'm really confident in the results. But it sounds like you guys get the program. And if it's in your budget, this will be a scalable solution for you guys where, as you grow, you're just going to be capped with what you're paying us. And it works for us. So we get what we need to have my team dedicate the support, run the ads, manage everything. But then it also works for you guys because you can have that scalability, running different campaigns and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions. I guess I can't really think of anything. We can probably, I'll verify with Ben too, but we can probably look to, maybe start some campaigning and everything maybe here, maybe like the last week of the month. So next week on Tuesdays when I have my ACL surgery. So
really?
that week's probably a little bit of a wash. I don't know how it's gonna be yet after the surgery. I guess what's nice is I'll be stuck in front of like a computer a lot.
Hey.
But so yeah, maybe sometime towards the end of next week or the start of the week of the 25th is when we can really look to kind of get things started up. And then I'd really like to also familiarize myself with like your guys's like system and stuff. That way too, I can like, do you guys have any sort of like training videos on how to use that and stuff for like the staff that I could just like have them kind of start getting prepped with?
For sure, yeah. And we've got videos that show how to do everything setup wise. And then also inside of our app, there's a whole like course and a support chat. And you can even send in like questions and chats right through the app.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll reconfirm with Ben, but like, I mean, I think that right now, doing the hybrid option is probably not something that we want to do. It'll probably be maybe a couple months for that. And then I don't think he'll be interested for the most part in like the pay for results option, but I could be wrong. I'll bring that up to him too, but it'll more than likely just be your guys' just like standard plan.
Cool. Yeah, I think we landed on what was it, like $9.97 a month. And then that includes a CRM account. We run your ads, set everything up for you, book your appointments, and then anything like website or anything like that, we'll talk about. If you want my team to, we'll do some basic optimizations on your website just by standard of what we do. And then if you want like a full revamp or anything, we can visit that anytime. But yeah, I mean, that timeline seems super realistic. I'm actually going to be visiting home next week. So looking at starting that last week of April. When is your ACL surgery?
The 19th.
Ooh, when did you tear it?
About 2 months ago.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, it kind of took a little while to get some of like the insurance stuff squared away. So it took a while, but yes, now I finally have it.
Oh, is that the first knee surgery you've ever had?
Yeah, it's my first major injury in like, I don't know, like almost 10 years of training. So I guess I was due for one. It was time.
I bet that's really tough though.
But yeah,
Doesn't
so
have to
yeah,
be like having to switch to a whole different frame of mind, like,
for sure. Yeah, no, it's already been kind of tough not really being able to train. I find myself in a bad mood a lot, and then like I don't know, I'll go do like a little lift or something. And I'm like, oh, I feel better.
I
I
know,
didn't
like
realize it has that much of a difference.
I found that same thing, like came back from pants, took a couple days off, and then I was like, man, why do I feel so shitty? And then I just start going and training in the mornings, and I'm like, oh, I just forgot how great this makes my days go. So
Exactly.
I hear you there.
Um,
Well, I hope it's a quick recovery for you.
Thank you. I was going to ask if you touched on it just a little bit just now, but that is actually one thing I wanted to check on too, because, like we talked about, one thing that, put us in a position anyways, where I was just like, upset with Rev Local and stuff, is that our search results are fucking awful. And I have no idea what the issue is.
Mm.
And I don't know if that's something that you guys are able to look into and potentially, be able to increase, because like right now, even if I just type in like BJJ Colorado Springs, we like pop up like near the bottom. And then, like you said, I don't really understand why that is when we have a lot of like, I mean, compared to some of these gyms anyways, we have a lot of activity online. We have like 64 reviews with a 4.9 stars. So I don't know what the issue is. And I don't know if that's something that you guys also do as part of like your marketing, or something that you have an option to do.
So we're really on the social side where we're like, this kind of traffic is kind of different intent. It's like somebody that's looking up a jujitsu school. We're in the business of getting somebody who's like a wrestler, or they've done jujitsu before, or they've always wanted to try it, and getting them, or a parent, and getting them to come into your school for the first time, fresh off our ads. So all of our stuff on social media, it's funneled a little bit differently. However, this is a huge deal. If we can get you guys up a little bit higher on this would be huge. One thing that we do help with is listings, which helps a little bit of SEO, but I don't know. I'll be 100% honest with you. Personally, I don't know how businesses do this, what's called the map pack, to get in these top 3. There's a way. I know my buddy Dylan. Let me I'll hit up Dylan right now.
Okay.
He's one of my good friends, and he's got an agency out in Las Vegas, and that's what his agency does. They get businesses in the map pack, and it's like a whole service, but it's a whole different thing than what I do. And I don't know much about it. I know it has to do with like optimizing your Google My Business. So if you're posting a lot on Google My Business, that can be really helpful. And then there's like some other pillars. So I can, I'd be happy to get you that information and support you guys through just learning about that. And then we can explore together like some good options. We'll be getting you more students and taking care of like the lead funnel and things like that to make sure that everything's going smooth there. And then these kind of things we'll look into and help you with and see, and just make sure that, because I'd love to talk to Dylan and see how I could offer that to like all my clients, because that is huge.
For
So,
sure. Okay.
but as
How
of
do you
right now,
guys sorry, I'm interrupt you. How do you guys do your targeting then on the social media sites? Like what do you guys normally target when you run your campaigns?
yeah. So really for Colorado Springs, we would just target in that geo location, and then the way our ads attract people is through basically just being we target a broad audience, and then we filter the people out by what the ad says on it and who it attracts through that. And then once they actually go to send in the lead, like what the different information is on there that's going to qualify them. So that way you're not getting a bunch of spam, like low quality leads. So we target everybody. We want to show everybody your ads.
Okay.
I mean, everybody that's qualified. We're not going to show 5 plus, although there's some people that are older doing jujitsu.
Yeah, not a ton, but they're out there.
But yeah, so we would just go Colorado Springs, or we could even do like a really close radius around the gym. If it's a bigger area, would you say people come from 25 miles in?
Probably not. No.
Not
No, that's actually
closer.
been a reason why sometimes people like hit us up and they're like, maybe not, because to get from like the north end of Colorado Springs to the south we're at, or depending if you're kind of like in some of those pockets that are like a little bit more like northeast, it can be like a 30-40 minute drive, and people don't want to do that usually.
Okay, so you're in South Point. Oh, okay. So what we would do then is we would just, and this is what we have to do for the Boulder gym that we work with also. We just run 7 miles within their actual address. And so let's just look at how many people's over there. So, even in that 6 mile radius, there's still like over 200,000 people that we can market to. And, we would cut that down by age a little bit, at least. But one thing is like grandmas will tell their kids about getting their grandkids in jujitsu. So we've got a wide radius. So we would target all these people.
Okay.
Yeah. And everything would be built in your ad account. You would see it, as much involvement as you want. You want to understand it. You want to ask questions. We'd be happy to teach you. But yeah, that's kind of, that's what we do. The ads will look really good. And the appointment system we'll have down to where new clients that are booking appointments, we can put the link on your website and everything like that. So we would just put together the full strategy for you guys.
Okay. So you're going to be like putting the funnels directly on our website then? And then that's where they would click to do their trials, or it's all going to be directly on the social media, or how does that work?
Yeah. So we would get their contact information just from the ads. Like we would get them their name, email, phone, and some other qualifying questions. And then through that, we would put them into our CRM system and start emailing and texting them the calendar link. And then on the back end, sending them to your website so they can, we can put the trial booking page on there. We could send them to the mind body link if we need to. We're just going to find the best place to send them that would make the most sense and create a strategy where it's going to cut out the in between of you having to call them and things like that. If the lead doesn't come through, we're still going to want to call them if they don't book on their own, but that's the basic system.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. So yeah, I'm super excited to get started with you guys. You wanted to confirm with, you said Ben, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Confirm with Ben one more time and just make sure that you guys are all on the same page with everything.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we're on the same page with which option we're going to be doing, and then like when we'll essentially get kind of things going. But like I said, I mean, we did already kind of talk about it, and it is something we'd like to get going. I'm just, with next week being like surgery and stuff, I'm not sure if the following week after that will be good. I think that will probably be the best, but I'll confirm too, because I know he wants to be a little bit involved in the startup as well. And we kind of have to work around his school schedule and like whatever he has going on that week.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. If we could look to try to get it started up early May, the done for you option is not going to take a lot of involvement for you guys. You'll have your communications channel where you can give us insight, feedback on anything. But basically we're just going to start, we would just be doing everything on the back end. And then as much involvement as you guys are able to give, it's always appreciated. And whenever you guys want to get that going, it takes about 5 to 7 days to get from payment to like onboarding, get all the information, and then get the campaigns approved by you. That's usually what we see. And then we start getting leads in pretty much usually the same day to a couple days after we get the campaigns rolling.
Okay. That was actually my next question, is how long that process that normally is, but okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so if we do payment and start up, like for example, on the 25th, then we would theoretically have like the campaigns active and leads coming in by the 4th.
Yeah.
So about a week and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you wanted to get the onboarding info done ahead of time, then we could look to like have campaigns ready to launch like May 1st, if that was more, if the timeline was better for you guys, if you wanted to just see this, stuff start happening sooner than later. But if not, if you wait for that first week, then yeah, it could push it potentially into that next
Okay.
week. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool. Awesome. Well, when should we chat again? Do you want to just wait until that next week? Did you want, did you want to talk to Ben and see if it's worth taking care of sooner, getting the onboarding info over to you, and then having our time to be able to launch, like try to launch for May 1st? Or what were you thinking on that?
Yeah, I'll chat with him, and then more than likely, I will probably I'll just like shoot you a text with what we're thinking as far as like the dates and everything, and then we can just kind of go from there.
Perfect.
But yeah, I can just easily shoot you a text here in the next few days.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and then we can get things started whenever it lines up with your timeline. Again, I'm super stoked to get you guys going. Jiu-jitsu, yeah, it's really it's the most satisfying ads that we can run, because they really help people, they help gym owners. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
us
So
too. Thank you.
look forward to it. Yeah, for sure. Well, hope your surgery goes well and a fast recovery for you.
Thank
And
you.
we'll talk to you here in the next few days. Let me know.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Natalie, thanks for your
All
time.
right.
Have a great
Yeah,
rest of
thank
your day.
you. Take
Later.
care.